class. For today's lesson, we're going to discuss Lesson 5 for Basic Calculus. Lesson 5, the derivatives as the slope of tangent line. Okay, so we have the following terminologies. First, we have tangent line. It is a line which locally touches a curve at one and only one point. Okay, so take note, when we say tangent line, dapat always straight line po to ha, bawal ito yung parabola or whatsoever. Basta straight line lagi. Then, we have the slope-intercept formula. The slope-intercept formula for a line is, so the formula for slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. Then, point slope formula. The point slope formula for a line is, so we have y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Okay, so wherein yung m, siya yung slope. Okay, so slope of a line. Then, this formula uses a point on the line denoted by x sub 1 and y sub 1. And the slope of the line denoted by m to calculate the slope-intercept formula for the line. Okay, so under lesson 5.1, we have finding the equation of a tangent line. So certain problems in Calculus 1 call for using the first derivative to find the equation of the tangent line to a curve at a specific point. So the following diagram illustrates this problem. So, ito class yung example of tangent lines. As you can see, straight line lagi yung, hindi naman siya yung totally, minsan may mga parts din na hindi siya totally yung straight gaya nito. Okay, pero when you say kasi straight line is yung, ganito lang. For example, ganyan, pwede din naman siya, depende. Okay, so, there are certain things you must remember when solving for the equation of a tangent line. So first, we have a tangent line is a line which locally touches a curve at one and only one point. Okay, so tatandaan nyo po yung class lagi. Okay, so number 2, the slope-intercept formula for a line is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. And number 3 to class na mali yung numbering. The point slope formula for a line is, so y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. So this formula uses a point on the line denoted by x sub 1 and y sub 1 and the slope of the line denoted by m to calculate the slope-intercept formula for the line. Okay, so also there is some information from calculus you must use. So ito po class yung kailangan nyo lang tatandaan. And anyways, yung derivative, mamaya ituturo ko naman to sa inyo kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng derivative. The first derivative is an equation for the slope of a tangent line to a curve at an indicated point. Okay, so number 2, the first derivative may be found using, okay, so ito class, tandaan nyo po ito palaging formula kasi gagamitin natin ito sa following examples later. And then, for your activities or maybe sa exam nyo gagamitin nyo to, so take note of this. The definition of a derivative, ito po yung gagamitin na formula natin if kukunin natin yung derivative of a tangent line. So, we have the limit of f of x plus h minus f of x over h as x approaches to 0. Okay? Ayan po yung formula of derivative of a tangent line. Okay, then, methods already known to you for derivation such as, okay, so itong power rule, product rule, quotient rule, and chain rule, mostly ginagamit to class sa calculus. Hindi natin ito na-discuss nung sa calculus natin, yung sa yung sa first time natin na lesson, hindi siya inabot. So, don't worry. Once na mayroon ito sa lesson, i-discuss naman natin yan pa isa-isa. Okay? So, tatandaan nyo lang po yan. Methods na ginagamit natin for derivation. So, we have power rule, product rule, quotient rule, and chain rule. Then, with these formulas and definitions in mind, you can find the equation of a tangent line. So, gagamitin po natin itong 4 methods and then the formula for derivative in finding the equation of a tangent line. Okay? So now, let's proceed to the given example. So example number 1, find the equation of the line tangent to. So, ito yung problem natin. F of x equals x squared at x equals 2. Okay, so yung condition natin is at x equals 2. And then f of x equals x squared. Okay, so having a graph is helpful when trying to visualize the tangent line. Therefore, consider the following graph of the problem. Okay, so itong graph, ito po yung graph once nakuha na natin yung equation of a tangent line gamit itong given problem. So, we have f of x equals x squared, then at x equals 2. So, mamaya, babalikan natin ito class na graph kung paano kaya ito nakuha or paano tayo nag-come up sa ganitong graph. Okay? So, now, let's proceed to our solution. Okay, so, the equation for the slope of the tangent line is, okay, so we have, ito yung given problem natin, f of x equals x squared is, okay, so ito, ano kaya class yung tawag dito or paano kaya ito basahin? Okay, so para, once na ganito yung lumabas, once na may ganito kayo sa exam activity, so paano siya basahin? Ito yung siya class, the derivative of f of x. Okay, once may ganito, ayan, sa taas ng f, once may ganyan, meaning derivative po yan. Okay, tatandaan nyo po yung mga symbol. Okay, so f of x equals x squared is the derivative of f of x. Then, using the power rule, okay, so ito po class yung gagamitin natin, power rule. Bakit siya power rule? Kasi based sa given problem or equation, we have x squared. So, therefore, gagamitin natin dito is power rule. So, yields the following. So, paano kaya dito i-apply yung power rule? So, first, copy natin, f of x equals x squared, then, the derivative of f of x equals 2x. Now, paano kaya class tayo nag-come up sa 2x? So, punta kayo dito sa given problem, so x squared. So, yung 2, ibababa natin. Okay, ibababa natin, and then isunod natin yung x. Okay, so kung ano yung exponent, ibababa natin siya, sunod na yung x. Okay, so ito po yung power rule. Paano i-apply yung power rule? Ibaba yung exponent, and then isunod na yung x. Okay? Then, next is, therefore, at x equals 2, the slope of the tangent line is, okay, so diba itong x equals 2, kanina to sa problem, ito yung condition, yung sa given problem kanina. So, ano ba yung slope of the tangent line? So, we have, so, the derivative of f of 2, okay, so ayan, okay, so dito yung 2, kopyahin natin yung 2, tapos yung x, palitan natin ng 2, okay, so kung ano yung nasa problem, yun ang ipapalit natin sa x. Halimbawa, nandito 3, so ipapalit natin 3 sa x. Okay, so since 2, so we have copy 2, and then yung x, papalitan na po natin ng 2. So 2 times 2, we have 4. So the slope of the tangent line natin is 4. Okay, so sana naiintindihan at nasusundan. And then, for our next solution, now, you know the slope of the tangent line, which is 4. Okay, so 4 yung nakuha natin sa slope of the tangent line. All that you need now is a point at the tangent line to be able to formulate the equation. Okay, so bago tayo mag-formulate ng equation, hahanapin muna natin yung slope, wherein 4. Tapos, after makuha yung slope, hahanapin na po natin yung point of the tangent line. Okay, point on the tangent line. So, paano? So, you know that the tangent line shares at least one point with the original equation. So, ito yung original equation natin. F of x equals x squared. Since the line you are looking for is tangent to f of x equals x squared at x equals 2, you know the x coordinate for one of the points on the tangent line. So, by plugging the x coordinate of the shared point into the original equation, you have, okay, so ito na po siya class, we have f of x equals 2 squared. Okay, saan po galing yung 2? Yung 2 po dito class, pinalit natin dito, di ba x squared? X equals 2. So, yung x dito class, papalitan natin ng 2. Okay, so 2 raised to 2, we have 4 or y equals 4. Therefore, you have found the coordinates 2 and 4. Okay, saan galing yung 2? Yung 2 galing po dito class, at x equals 2. Okay, and then yung 4, dito na po galing sa y. Or yung kanina dito, which is 4 yung sa slope natin. Okay, so yung 2 galing po dito, and then yung 4 galing dito sa sagot natin. Y equals 4. Okay, so yan po yung point on the tangent line. For the point shared by f of x in the line tangent to f of x at x equals 2. Now, you have a point on the tangent line in the slope of the tangent line from step 1. So, after makuha class yung slope and point on the tangent line, pwede na natin kunin yung equation of the tangent line. So, paano? So, the only step left is to use the point 2, 4, and slope 4 on the point formula for a line. Okay. So, ito po yung gagamitin natin class na formula if hahanapin natin is yung point slope formula. Ito po siya class. Itong formula is given to kanina sa previous slide natin. So, we have the formula that we're going to use is y minus y sub 1 equals m, where m is the slope times the quantity x minus x sub 1. Okay? So, after nyan, isubstitute na po natin yung mga given value. So, copy y minus, and then yung y sub 1, itong 4. Okay, ito po yung y. 2 is the x value, and 4 is the y value. Okay, so therefore, 4 po dito. And then equals 4. So, saan galing class yung 4? Siya yung m or the slope. Ito po yung 4. Okay, yung sa slope natin na sagot. Kaya 4. And open and close parenthesis, copy x minus. Then, sa x sub 1 naman natin, we have 2. Kaya nandito minus 2. Okay? And after nyan, copy y minus 4 and distribute natin yung 4 sa x minus 2. So, we have 4 times x, 4x, 4 times negative 2, negative 8. Okay? And after nyan, combine like terms. So, yung negative 4, i-transpose natin sa right side. So, natira na lang is y equals 4x and then negative 8 plus 4. Diba kasi negative, so magiging positive pag transpose natin. So, negative 8 plus 4, we have negative 4. So, therefore, this is the equation for the tangent line. So, our equation is y equals 4x minus 4. Okay? So, ito na po class yung final answer natin, which is, ito yung pinapahanap sa atin, the equation for the tangent line. So, now, babalikan natin ngayon yung sa given graph, yung kanina sa sa first. Wait lang, balikan natin siya. Ito, paano kaya nag-come up dito sa sa ganitong graph? 'Di ba yung point on the tangent line natin is 2, 4. So nandito yung 2, nandito yung 4. So ito po, wala kasi dito nakalagay na point. So ito po yung point natin dito. Okay? So ito po yung straight line natin. Ayan yung straight line natin. So ito yung 2, then dito yung 4. So sa graph nyo or sa module nyo, lagyan nyo na lang po dito class ng point of intersection. Okay? And then, lagyan nyo po ng ganito yung parabola. Okay? Kasi yan yung intersection of yung sa yung nag-cross yung niya, yung point. Okay? So, pero ito yung line natin. Okay? So, ito yung final answer natin. So, yung line na ito is y equals yung kanina answer natin sa equation of the tangent line. Okay? So, kaya nag-come up tayo sa ganyan na graph. Binalikan lang natin. Okay, so next is okay, so ito yung sagot natin. Ito yung sa line, yung ilalagay nyo is y equals 4x minus 4. Okay? So, let's proceed to the next example. So, example number 2, finding the equation of the line tangent to the graph of. So, our problem is f of x equals x squared at x equals 3. So, this is the formal definition for the derivative of function f at the point x equals c. So, for the second example class, gagamitin natin dito yung formula for derivation or derivative. So, sa first example natin, hindi tayo dun gumamit ng derivative formula, pero same lang naman yung solution class, okay? Or yung answer. So, kung gusto nyo i-try doon sa first example, i-try nyo yung itong formula, so no problem, okay? So, pero since derivative of a tangent line, ito class yung gagamitin natin na formula, okay? So, for example, number 2. Pero again, kung alin yung gagamitin yung formula, walang problema, basta parehas yung sagot niya. Okay? So, ito po yung gagamitin natin class na formula. So, the limit of f of x plus h minus f of x over h as h approaches to 0. Okay? So, tatandaan nyo po class yan na given formula. So, it represents the limit of a sequence of slopes of secant lines that approach the tangent line at x equals c. So, all we need to do now is plug x equals 3 and f of x equals x squared. Okay, so for our solution, we have step 1. What is an expression for the derivative of f of x equals x squared as at x equals 3? So, in here, i-apply po natin yung, or gagamitin natin yung formula for derivative of a tangent line. So, first, yung ano po dito class, yung formula natin kanina, ayan. So, dito, ilalagay na natin yung 3. Okay, then wag niyo po to class kakalimutan yung itong sign or symbol. Symbol po yun for derivative. Okay, so, the derivative of f, or the derivative of 3, kasi wala naman palang x. So, the derivative of x, or 3 rather, equals, so, the limit of f, then, yung x po is papalitan natin ng 3. Okay? Kasi dito depende sa problem. So, we have x equals 3. So, yung x papalitan natin ng 3. Plus h. Kopyahin po class yung h kasi wala naman sa given problem. So, hindi natin siya papalitan. Ang papalitan lang natin is yung x. Then, minus f. Then, yung x ulit palitan natin ng 3. Okay? And then, over h. And, as h approaches to 0. And, after nyan, next na po is limit of f of the quantity 3 plus h squared. Bakit may squared? Squared kasi dito po sa problem natin. We have f of x equals x squared. Kaya, therefore, may squared po tayo dito. Okay? Then, minus f of 3 squared. Ganun din. May squared po dito kasi yung x natin dito is may squared. Therefore, may squared po dito. Okay? So, baka malito kayo. And then, over h. Then, next step. So, step 2. We're going to evaluate the correct limit from the previous step. So, kanina, ito na po yan class. So, na-square na natin siya. So, f of 3 plus h squared minus f of 3 squared. So, itong 3 plus h squared, i-ano lang natin to class, i-FOIL method natin. Okay, i-FOIL method natin class. So, the FOIL method for that is, we have 9 plus 6h plus h squared. Okay, so yung 6h pa, galing po sa 3 times 3 plus 3. Okay, so i-FOIL method nyo na lang class. So we have 6, then 3 times 3. Okay, so ayan, 9. And then h times h, we have h squared. Then minus, so 3 squared, we have 3 times 3, we have 9. Okay, then over h. And next, i-simplify na po natin class. Diba yung ano natin, yung ito, medyo kulang dito sa problem, yung sa module, pero i-anoin ko na lang ulit sa inyo class dito, i-note ko na lang. So, etong 9 minus 9, cancel out na natin to, diba? Kasi 0 na siya. So, magiging 0 na. So, 9 minus 9, 0. So, yung natira natin class is 6h plus h squared. Okay? So, cancel na po yung 9, then ito. So, sa module nyo class, dagdagan nyo na lang. So, bago tayo dito mag-come up, dapat meron muna kayong 6h plus h squared. Okay? Now, after that, yung 6h plus h squared, i-factor out natin siya. Paano? Paano natin siya i-factor? Yung factor ng 6h plus h squared is h, the quantity 6 plus h. Paano class? So, para malaman natin na siya yung factor nito, i-simplify natin. Okay? So, first, h times 6. So, we have 6h. Okay? Plus, h times h, we have h squared. Okay? So, again, if-factor out po natin yung 6h plus h squared. So, the factor for that is h, the quantity, 6 plus h, parenthesis, over h. Okay? Next, i-cancel out natin dito class yung h. Cancel out natin yung h. So, yung natira na lang po is 6 plus h. Diba? So, 6 plus h. Now, dito, mayroon tayong as h approaches to 0. So, yung h dito class, papalitan natin ng 0. So, 6 plus 0, we have 6. So, yung answer natin dito is 6. Okay? So, again, cancel po yung h Cancel out na natin yung h. And then, yung natira is 6 plus h. And then, yung h papalitan ng 0. Okay, kasi dito, depende po dito. As h approaches to 0, so 6 plus 0, our answer is 6. Okay? So, f, or the derivative of 3 prime, so ayan. So, parenthesis, give us the slope of the tangent line. So, yung 6 po natin dito is, siya na yung slope of the tangent line. So, take note class, pag pinapahanap sa atin yung equation of the tangent line, first na hahanapin natin is slope. Okay? So, after mahanap yung slope, next na po natin is the point on the tangent line. So, next naman is, hahanapin na natin yung equation of the tangent line. So, to find the complete equation, we need a point on the line goes through. Usually, that point will be the point where the tangent line touches the graph of f. So, for our step 3, hahanapin na po natin class is yung point on the line. So, step 3, what is the point we should use for the equation of the line? So, the intersection point is the point on the graph of f where, okay, so ito po class, di ba yung given natin is x equals 3. So, f of 3 equals 3. So, yung x, papalitan natin class ng 3. Okay? Kasi di ba yung given natin kanina is x squared. Then, at x equals 3. So, yung x, palitan ng 3, then copy squared. Then, simplify. 3 raised to 2 or 3 times 3, we have 9. Okay? So, step number 4, complete the equation of the line tangent to the graph of. So, complete na natin. Hahanapin na natin yung point. So, f of x equals x squared at x equals 3. So, given problem to class. So, we are looking for the equation of the line whose slope is 6. So, yung slope class is 6 and that goes through that point. So, yung point natin class is, okay, so diba dito x equals 3. So, yan po yung x natin. Okay? And then, yung 9, saan galing yung 9? Dito na po. Okay? So, yung point on the line natin is 3. Saan galing yung 3? Dito. At x equals 3. And then, yung 9 dito. Okay? So, to do that, we can use the definition of slope. Okay? So, para po class, mahanap na yung equation. After mahanap yung slope and point, hahanapin na natin is the equation of the line. So, paano? Ito na po class yung gagamitin natin. Okay? So, 6. Saan galing yung 6? Sa slope. 6 equals, so copy y, minus yung 9 class is y sub 1. Okay? So, ito po is formula po to class ha. Balikan nyo po yung kanina sa previous slide natin, paano, or saan nakuha itong formula. Okay? So, yung 6 dito class is yung slope. So, 6 equals y minus y sub 1 which is 9 over x minus x sub 1 which is yung 3. Kaya, ito po. Paano tayo dito nag-come up. Okay? So, next step natin. Okay, so using the definition of the derivative, we were able to find the equation for the line tangent to the graph of f of x equals x squared at x equals 3. So, mamaya natin ito pansinin na graph. Dito muna tayo. Kunin natin yung equation. So, now we can isolate. So, di ba ito na class yung ano natin, yung kanina kinuha natin. So, yung 6 is galing sa slope equals y minus 9. So, yung 9 is yung y or y sub 1 over x minus 3 or yung 3 is galing sa x sub 1. And cross-multiply natin siya since mayroon na equal sign dito. So, cross-multiply. So, we have 6 times x minus 3. Okay, kaya ayan. 6 times x minus 3 equals, so, diba yung denominator ng 6 is 1. Diba? So, lagi siya may denominator na 1. So, kopyahin na lang po class y minus 9. Okay? So, after ma-cross-multiply, isimplify na po class. So, dito, since equation of the line yung hahanapin natin class, huwag nyo na po i-distribute yung 6 sa x minus 3. Kasi hahanapin natin is equation of the line. Okay? So, pwede din naman, pero wag na. Okay? So, in this case, wag na. So, kopyahin na lang 6 times x minus 3 and then, yung negative 9, i-transpose natin class. Okay? So, mangyayari, from negative 9, we have positive 9, then equals y. So, therefore, the equation of the line is, ito na po yung equation of the line natin class. We have y equals 6 times x minus 3 plus 9. Okay? Then, ito naman na graph. Saan, paano kaya ito nakuha? Diba yung kanina class, yung point on the line natin is 3, 9. 3, 9. So, ito yung 3. sa taas yung 9. So, therefore, ito po yung point. And then, ito na po class yung line natin pababa. Ayan. Tapos, naglagyan natin ng parabola. Okay? So, ayan. Lagyan natin siya. Lagi po may ganyan. Pero, of course, ito po yung importante dito, yung line natin. So, yung line na ito is yung tawag dyan. Ito na class. Y equals 6 times x minus 3 plus 9. So, I hope po class na nasusundan yung lesson natin for lesson 5. Okay? So, now, let's proceed to our next example. Okay, so example number 3, finding the equation of the line tangent to f of x equals x plus 3 at x squared plus 3 at x equals negative 5. Okay, so ayan po yung problem natin. F of x equals x squared plus 3 at x equals negative 5. So we plug x equals negative 5 and f of x equals x squared plus 3 in the definition of the derivative. So, gagamitin natin class is yung formula. Okay? So, dito hindi ko na nilagay yung formula. Agad na po tayo sa solution. Okay? So, yung derivative natin is negative 5. Ito galing siya po class dito. X equals negative 5. So, limit. Okay? So, kopyahin na po natin. Yung x, papalitan natin ng negative 5. So, ayan. Negative 5 plus, kopyahin yung h since may squared yung x natin, lalagyan natin class ng squared. Okay? So, halimbawa, nandito 3, of course, 3 yung ilalagay natin dito. So, kung ano yung exponent ng x, yun po yung ilalagay natin dito. Okay? Then, minus f, then, ipapalit din natin dito is negative 5. Then, dapat may square din. Over h as h approaches to 0. And, next class, kopyahin po itong negative 5 plus h squared, dagdagan natin ng plus 3. Bakit? Saan galing yung plus 3? Dito po sa problem. Di ba mayroon na plus 3? Okay, so pag mayroon dyan, idagdag natin dito. Okay? So, yung kanina sa second example natin, x squared lang. So, walang dinagdag tayo. So, dito, since may katabi pa, may plus 3, may constant pa, so ilalagay natin plus 3. Then, minus, so same po dito, may negative 5 squared, then dagdagan din natin ng plus 3. Kasi, ginamit natin dito yung plus 3. Both side po natin, dadagdagan natin ng plus 3. So, halimbawa, nandito plus 6, edi plus 6 yung ilalagay natin. Since nasa problem is plus 3, kaya plus 3. Okay? Then, over h. Next solution natin, class. I-FOIL method na po natin, class, itong negative 5 plus h squared. So, pag FOIL method, alam nyo naman yun, di ba? Naturo ko na yun sa mga previous lesson natin. So, i-ano nyo lang, negative 5 plus h times negative 5 plus h. So, the FOIL method for that is 25 minus 10h plus h squared. Okay, so, negative 5 minus 5, we have negative 10h. Then, negative 5 times negative 5, we have 25. And h times h, we have h squared. Then, kopyahin natin, class, yung 3. Huwag kakalimutan, okay? Then, minus, since dito, class, minus. So, kopyahin natin po, minus. And, negative 5 times negative 5, of course, positive 25, then plus 3 over h as h approaches to 0. And then, simplify na natin, class. So, in here, our final answer will be h squared minus 10h. Paano? So, ito po, class, na 25, and then, negative 25, i-cancel out na natin siya kasi 0 na po yan. So, 25 minus 25, 0. 0 na. Same with positive 3 minus 3. Bakit po? Kasi di ba may negative dito? So, therefore, yung negative, i-distribute natin siya. So, magiging negative 25 minus 3. So, pag tig-add natin yan lahat-lahat or tig-simplify, 0 na po yan, class. Kaya, kukupihin natin yung natira na h squared minus minus 10h over h. Okay? Kaya, ganyan. And, tingnan yung sa ano po pala, class, yung nasa module is napakaraming error. Kaya, inayos ko po dito kaya ganito. Then, yung nasa module po, class, palitan nyo ng mga nandito, okay? Kasi baka malito po kayo dito, malito kayo sa module kasi daming error, okay? So, next is, so, i-factor out na natin, class, yung h squared minus 10h. So, yung factor niyan is h times the quantity h minus 10. Paano? Para malaman natin na siya yung factor, of course, i-simplify natin. So, h times h, we have h squared. minus h times 10, we have negative 10h. Okay? So, therefore, siya yung factor out natin. Or factor over h as h approaches to 0. So, for our final answer, ika-cancel out na natin class yung h. Okay? Cancel out natin yung h. So, yung natira na lang po is h minus 10 as h approaches to 0. And, yung h, papalitan natin ng 0 kasi nandito as h approaches to 0. So, 0 minus 10, of course, minus 10 na lang yung natira. Okay? So, kaya we have negative 10. So, yung negative 10 class, siya po yung slope of the tangent line. Okay? So, kung ano yung first na kinukuha natin, siya yung slope of the tangent line. Now, after mahanap yung slope, hanapin na po natin is the point on the tangent line. Okay? So, ayan. So, the slope of the tangent line is negative 10. So, now, we need a point on the line. So, paano kunin? So, ito class, di ba yung problem natin is x squared plus 3. Then, yung x equals negative 5. So, yung x, papalitan natin class ng negative 5. Kaya, ayan. Tapos, squared plus 3. So, simplify natin. Negative 5 times negative 5, we have 25. Plus 3, so kaya 28. Okay, kaya 28 yung sagot natin dyan. So, we are looking for the equation of the line whose slope is negative 10 and that goes through the point. So, ito class, yung negative 5, siya yung dito class na ginamit natin. X equals negative 5. Then, yung sagot natin dito is 28. So, ayan na po yung point of the tangent line natin. We have negative 5 and 28. So, using the formula, para sa paghanap ng equation of the tangent line. So, yung negative 10 natin is the slope. Then, equals y minus 28 galing po class sa y sub 1, which is ito. Ito yung y value over x minus. So, yung x value natin or x sub 1 natin is negative 5. So, take note class sa mga negative symbol ha. So, negative. Tapos, mayroon, since negative yung 5, so, kopyahin natin yung negative. Huwag kakalimutan. Okay? Tapos, lalagay tayo ng open and close parenthesis. And, since negative times negative, of course, positive. So, we have negative 10 equals y minus 28, and then x minus times negative 5. So, negative times negative, we have x plus 5. So, after nyan, i-cross multiply natin class. Yung next step natin is cross multiplication. So, negative 10 times x plus 5, we have negative 10 times x plus 5 equals y minus 28. Saan ito galing class dito? Diba yung denominator ng 10 is 1? So, kopyahin na lang natin class is y minus 28. Okay? So, i-transpose natin class yung negative 28. So, it would be positive 28 na. And equals y. Okay? So, therefore, the equation of the line is y equals negative 10 times x plus 5 plus 28. Okay, so that's all for today's video lesson class. So, I hope you learned from this video. And if you have any problem or clarification, just PM me po sa messenger or sa group chat natin. Okay, so goodbye class and see you on our next video lesson.